If you own a rental property in Grapevine, Texas, how do you manage it remotely? I'm Steve Rosenberg with Mynd Property Management, and there's a lot of things you need to think about when you do not live in an area like Grapevine, Texas, and you own a rental property there, and you want to be effective and make sure that you are doing the right thing for your property and for your tenant. One of the things you want to remember is that when you own a rental property, you own a business. You have policies, you have procedures, and you have structure. When you do that, you've got to make sure that you have a team that is helping you, and especially when it comes to managing their property. There are a lot of rules and regulations and laws that are constantly changing when you are in the rental property business. And if you are not up and current on those laws, you could be held liable. And it can be very, very serious. And you want to make sure that you are giving your client, who is the tenant, good customer service. So when you're picking a property management company, I would suggest that you have the proper conversation with them beforehand. And this is when you want to ask the right questions. So for example, I would ask them certain things like, how do I communicate best with you? How do you communicate with the tenant? Then I would ask things like, what is your accounting system like? When do I get paid my money? If the resident pays their money on the first, when do I get my money and how do I get it? Some companies pay weekly, some companies pay monthly. You want to make sure that that aligns with what you need. You don't want to hire a company and then next thing you know, you find out they pay you once a month and it's 1 month in arrears and you thought you were going to get paid as soon as the money came in. And that's just bad communication. I would also ask, what is the eviction rate of that company? And do they have any guarantees? So do they have a rent guarantee, an eviction guarantee? What do they do to ensure that they are part of your team? So when you're looking to manage your property remotely, remember, it's not just buying the deal. Buying the deal is 4 walls and a roof. Getting the return out of that deal day after day, week after week is what an effective property management company can do. They make sure that they are the buffer between you and your resident and all the laws that go along with it. So you want to make sure that you partner with someone. I would also suggest that you ask maintenance questions, meaning how long does it normally take to respond to a service ticket? I would ask, what is the average cost of a service ticket? And I would ask, when the property's vacant, on average, how long does it take to turn that property over to get it re-rented? Now, if you're asking someone those questions and they cannot answer any of those questions, you may want to rethink whether or not you want to do business with them. Because remember, you want to make sure that when you engage and hire a property management company like Mynd or any other company, that you are getting a partner. And that partner is making sure that you're successful. So you really want to think about, is this company aligned with my goals? Are they in line with my strategy, meaning what types of properties I'm going to own? So if you have a property that rents for $2,000 a month, but they manage properties that are $300 a month, you may have a disconnect in how you want your clients to be treated. And that could be a challenge. So you want to ask these questions because this is the most important time to have these conversations before you hire the company. Don't wait till you've already hired them and then ask the questions. That is not the right time. So again, you want to make sure that you're getting a partner. Now, when you own a property and it's out of where you live, like Grapevine or another part of Texas, I would suggest you make sure you have a good realtor. I would suggest you make sure that the contractors are qualified, licensed, insured, bonded. These are the questions you want to make sure. I would not assume anything when I have my property, because at the end of the day, it is your business, it is your investment, it is your money on the line. And you want to always ensure that anyone you're working with is aligned with what you want and is aligned with your goals. So if you'd like to know more about having Mynd manage your property here in Grapevine, Texas, please look us up online, Mynd.co, Mynd.co. And if you'd like, you can go to our Facebook group, the Mastermind Real Estate Investment Club. There we have investors that engage and converse, and you can have conversations with people like myself and other people just to see about strategies, concepts, and ideas. So on behalf of myself and Mynd Property Management, thank you, and we'll see you next time.